The economic ruptures caused by Russia's war in Ukraine triggered a string of street protests in Moldova over the past few months, and recently led to the collapse of the country's pro-European government. Another pro-Western Prime Minister, Orton, took over on Thursday amid heightened security threats linked to the war next door. That's because the former Soviet Republic is strategically important to both Russia and Ukraine as the war rages on. Here's why. Moldova is a small landlocked country sandwiched between Romania in the west and Ukraine to the east. It has a population smaller than that of Chicago, and the third lowest GDP per capita of any European country. Its already struggling economy has taken a hit since war broke out in Ukraine. Inflation has soared amid Moscow's decision to squeeze natural gas supplies, prompting a wave of street protests. And Russian attacks on the electrical grid in Ukraine have led to power cuts for its tiny neighbour, while an influx of Ukrainian refugees has strained Moldova's public services. The situation comes at a time when the country is cooperating closely with NATO and seeking to join the European Union.
It is on a real pro-reform, anti-corruption and European path.
This has worsened Moldova's relations with Russia. Some pro-Western politicians in Moldova and Ukraine have accused the Kremlin of planning a coup to destabilize the country.
Нашій розвідці і детальний російський план руйнування політичної ситуації в Молдові.
On February 9th, Ukraine's president said he had shared intelligence with his Moldovan counterpart about an alleged Russian scheme to topple her country's democratic system of government. A day later, Moldova's pro-Western government collapsed, citing the economic challenges brought on by the war. And not long after that, the country's president said she had confirmed details of Zelensky's statement and that Russia's plan included attacks on government buildings and taking hostages.
Vă asigur că instituțiile statului lucrează la prevenirea acestor provocări și țin situația sub control.
Russia dismissed the allegations as unfounded, saying Ukraine was attempting to draw Moldova into a confrontation with Moscow. The US said it hadn't been able to independently confirm the alleged coup plot.
What I'll say about that is deeply concerning reports, certainly not outside the bounds of Russian behavior.
A destabilized Moldova is in Russia's interest, according to one analyst, and could pose a security threat to western Ukraine. Russia has troops stationed in the breakaway region of Transnistria. The thin strip of land on Moldova's eastern border with Ukraine is run by pro-Russian separatists. If Ukraine had to allocate resources to counter that threat, it could diminish the chances of success in the southeast of the country, the analyst said. These factors raise fears that the war could spill out beyond Ukraine's borders and highlight the important role Moldova might play for both sides in the coming months.